Good morning, students. Let us start with second part of Chemistry Chapter 1, some basic concepts of chemistry. Properties of matter and their measurements. First of all, start with physical properties. Those properties which can be measured without changing the identity or the composition of the substance. For example, color, odor, melting point, boiling point, etc. Chemical properties require a chemical change to occur. For example, whenever a chemical reaction takes place, they will deal with changes in acidity, basicity, combustibility, etc. What are units of measurement? There are mainly two types of units. First is fundamental units, other is SI system. Fundamental units, the quantities, mass, length and time are called fundamental quantities and their units are known as fundamental units. There are 7 basic units of measurement, that is length, mass, time, temperature, amount of substance, etc. And what is SI system? This system of measurement is the most common system employed throughout the world. It has given units of all the 7 basic quantities. Let us just have a glimpse on the table provided in NCERT book, but now we will deal only with the required quantities in form of a table. Here is length denoted by L, unit is meter. Mass M, kilogram is unit. Time T, that is small t, as capital T is used for temperature. Small t, it has unit second. Electric current has unit ampere and temperature has unit Kelvin. And number of moles, that is MOLE, and unit will be written as MOL. E is not written and its symbol is small n. What is mass? Mass of a substance is the amount of matter present in it. Mass of a substance is constant. Mass of a substance can be determined accurately in the laboratory by using an analytical balance. And weight, it is the force exerted by gravity on an object. Weight of substance may vary from one place to another due to change in gravity. And volume, volume means the space occupied by matter. It has the units of length. Volume has unit as meter cube, length has unit meter, and in case of liquid we will use liter. And 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter, means 1000 centimeter cube, or you can write 1 decimeter cube. Volume of liquids can be measured by different devices like burette, pipette, cylinder, measuring flask, etc. Now start with very important topic, laws of chemical combinations. Let's start with the first law, law of conservation of mass. The law was established by a French chemist. This law states that in all physical and chemical changes, the total mass of the reactants is equal to that products. In other words, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. The following experiments can be explained as: when matter undergoes a physical change, when ice changes to water upon heating, it is found that there is no change in weight through a physical change has taken place. Next one, when matter undergoes a chemical change, for example, mercurous oxide HgO, it gives mercury and dioxygen O2, but Upon balancing, it shows 100 gram of HgO, it dissociate into 92.6 gram of Hg and 7.4 gram of O2. It means during this reaction, the total sum of mass on the left hand side is equal to total sum of mass on the right hand side. Means during this decomposition reaction, matter is neither gained nor lost. Now, law of definite proportions. According to this law, a pure chemical compound always consists of same elements combined together in a fixed proportion by weight. For example, burning of coke in air. When carbon combines with O2, that is coke is burnt in air. Air means O2. Then it gives CO2. Other, by decomposition of limestone. Limestone is calcium carbonate, CaCO3. When limestone is heated, it gives CaO, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Third one, by the action of dilute HCl on washing soda. Washing soda means Na2CO3. Na2CO3 when combined with HCl, it gives NaCl and water and CO2. In all the three samples, carbon dioxide and oxygen are in the ratio 3:8 by weight. And you have a lot of examples leading the laws, that is law of conservation of mass, law of definite proportions, and there are also numericals based upon these laws. Now, law of multiple proportion. If two elements combine to form two or more compounds, the weight of one of the element which combine with the fixed weight of the other, they bear a simple whole number ratio by weight. Here, taking the example of H2O and H2O2, when hydrogen is taken in fixed amount, that is 2 gram, and oxygen is taken 16 gram, then it gives H2O. But when oxygen is taken as 32 gram, then instead of giving H2O, it gives H2O2. Means if ratio of 1 is changed, means mass of the one element is changed, then it gives different products. Now, Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. This law states that under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, whether gases combine, they do so in volumes which bear simple whole number ratio with each other and also with the gaseous products. Now, combination between hydrogen and chlorine is H2 and Cl2. It gives 2HCl. Here we are taking gases, means we have to deal with volume. So, 1 volume of H2, 1 volume of Cl2, they give 2 volume of HCl. Means they are dealing in the ratio 1:1:2. Other example is combination between nitrogen and hydrogen. That is N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. That is production of ammonia using Haber's process.